sir. What is the word? High stakes takes back again a week later. You already know boys got the congestion. Beat drop on the congestion. Let's get to it. No other way to do it. Let the shoulders move a little. You dig what I'm saying? How y'all feeling on this Saturday morning? You already know MLS Playoffs starting today. We got soccer locks all over. Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford. Bruh, let me look at that right now. We might just start off the show with that. Terence Crawford. Bruh. Absolute beast. Animal. Bruh. Undefeated. Zero losses. Now we ain't gonna do none of that bullshit. We're gonna go to the legit one. 37-0, 28 knockouts. That boy coming off that win. Knockout win. He has 6 straight knockout wins. Beat Kell Brook in his last fight. Amir Khan. Jose Benavides Jr. Jeff Horn, okay. Solid fights. Not the biggest names. Kell Brook and Amir Khan, probably the biggest names lately. Ulias Adongo, also not a bad fight. Knocked him out. That shit. Victor Pastal. Yarkis Gambo. Okay. And then you go over here. Now, Crawford's a beast. Fucking animal. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. But then you go over here to Shawn Porter. He is a dog. Nah, I just looked up Porter. Absolute dog. Now, hold up. This shit's gonna be fire. Absolute fire. 3 L's. Lost a split decision to Errol Spence, even though he got worked at times in that fight, if I remember correctly. But beat Danny Garcia. Beat him up too. Hell of a fight. And Granados. Berto. Bruh. This fight is gonna be fucking lit. Where's it at? Of course it's Mandalay Bay. Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's go. I cannot wait. You already know me and AG. We might get the squad together, head to Foxwoods tonight. Fuck the weather, it's brick. You already know, got the hot chocolate in the cut. You dig what I'm saying? Now let's get into it. Now Shawn Porter, if we look at the odds tonight, right? I was looking at that shit quick. I didn't know if it was the smoke. If it was from the cup. Do you even see the smoke rising from that? You do. Just a little bit. Let's fucking get it. I'm keying in on some odds. Me and Audie. Yo. In this, I think the second fight of that Fury Wilder. Hit Fury to win. In the 7th round, I think it was plus like 1,700 odds. Something crazy. In this fight, we're looking to do the same thing. Look at the boxing odds. I'm pretty sure it was plus 8,000. Now, those odds haven't shifted. If I'm getting it correct, haven't shifted lately. But round betting, there it is. There it is. Shawn Porter, round 9. Round 9, plus 5. Ooh, that shifted from plus 8,000 to now plus 5,000. Those rounds, the 7, 8, 9, 10, I think is gonna obviously decide the fight. I think they'll work some things out first couple rounds, and then shit's gonna get spicy. But those rounds 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Key rounds. And plus 5,000 odds. You're feeling risky, bruh. 100 on that, you're walking away with 5 stacks, bruh. I gotta talk to Audie G, see if, cause, bruh, if I don't go there, I feel like it gotta be the same vibe as last time, right? So, damn, and I do. I feel better than a couple days ago, but damn. I already know I'm sounding nasally as a motherfucker, but we're getting a pod out for the dogs. Let's get it. So in this one, my lock, it's a little flyer. You could call it a lock if you want. Any prop bet, because I don't know who's going to win this fight. I think those odds, are kind of crazy odds, because Porter fights like a dog. He's going to get in on the inside and shit. Damn. I think that'll shift a bit. Maybe Terence Crawford minus 700, 650, around there. But a little flyer in this fight. We're going to rock with Shawn Porter to win in the 9th round. Plus 5,000 odds. Lock it in. Let's get it. Now, the soccer slate, ridiculous today. You already know, high stakes 6, head into the game on Tuesday. New England Revolution, first playoff game, gonna be hectic, gonna be brick. You already know I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be crazy. So, and this weekend, it's deciding who we're playing. So we look at the odds. Obviously, Rhode Island Sportsbook, awful, straight basura. So it's showing futures bets for MLS. Go over here to today's overnight and events all day. Gotta scroll through this motherfucker. Go down here. Did I hit it? There it is. Then you get your fucking odds. Awful. But first game of the day. I think this was at the end. But we'll actually kick off with the MLS playoff locks. Now the first one, we got Philadelphia Union at home versus the New York Red Bulls. Union finished the season 14-12-8, 48 to 35 goal difference. And New York Red Bulls, 13-9-12 on the year. But I think is going to be a key factor to this game is their defense. Only allowing 33 goals on the year, even though only scored 39. So this is definitely going to be a low-scoring game, especially because they're in the playoffs. But Philly, on the other hand, 5 straight home wins. Only 1 goal given up in that time. And they've kept 4 straight clean sheets. Now, you would think they're going to get the victory in this one, especially because they're at home. But plus 140 favorite, there is some money to be made over there. But I don't think there's going to be a winner in regulation. We're going to rock with the draw plus 210. Now, spicy lock to start us off. But New York Red Bulls tied for the least goals given up all season. And coming off back-to-back 1-1 draws, even though they're winless in their last 6 meetings with Philly, I think New York Red Bulls going to lock in defensively. Philly may have some chances, but I think this is honestly going to finish 1-1. And I don't think this is a correct score bet. This shit's been awful. There is draw 1-1, the favorite actually. And this is a new added thing you could look at. But plus 460, not bad odds at all. I think it's going to finish 1-1. But for the draw, plus 210, lock it in. The next game we got, now this is already going to be, see how they do is we back out. Motherfucker. You back out and they fucking put you all the way back. They got to go find that shit again. But right back at it. Haha. There it is. What is shit at? Yo, they're playing. I passed it. See? Not good. Not good for the pod. It's just, there it is. Vancouver Whitecaps versus Sporting Kansas City. Now, Sporting Kansas City, dominant season. They straight balling. Minus 155 favorites. If we come over here, look at a little bit of the stats. Even though they lost their last meeting, almost positive. Look at the head-to-head. Yeah, lost their last meeting on the road. Each team won the home game this year in their matchups. And Sporting KC, 58 goals. Vancouver, 55 goals. But the key difference, Sporting only gave up 40 goals compared to Vancouver giving up 54. So, with each team winning the home game in this meeting, the over 2.5 has hit in 6 out of the last 8 meetings. I think it's guaranteed to hit in this one. I think this is going to be a shootout. Could finish 2-2, but I'm going to stay away from a winner solely based upon each team can obviously score, even though Vancouver's defense not as good, but you never know with these MLS playoff games. I seen a stat today, right? In every game this year, the average goals was 2.79. So basically 2.8. If you look at it in the basic, that's if you bet every game, it fucking hit the over 2.5. But that just shows you how often it does hit in the MLS. So goals all over the board. 2 of the most prolific teams in the league. So I'm going to lock in over 2.5. Let's get it. MLS locks. I cannot wait for that Revs game. That's just going to be lit. So lit. Dejan Buchanan. Hopefully Book's good. I haven't heard the latest on him, but you think Book's good? My boy Book's good. That shit's funny, yo. My boy Book's good. Suffers a little foot injury. Not expected to miss playoffs. Fractured metatarsal. What? That's hectic. What's the latest on him? What is the latest? He's gonna play. I know. Polish. He's Polish. That boy definitely playing. Them boys out there. So let's get into it. More soccer locks for y'all. We're gonna kick it over to the Belgian Pro League, where we got Cercle Bruges at home versus Charleroi. Now, each team giving up goals this shit. Charleroi, 18 goals given up in 14 games. Club Bruges, 21 given up in 14 games. But Bruges, 2-4-8 on the year. Only 14 goals scored compared to Charleroi, 6-5-3 on the year. 25 goals for. I think with the over-under sitting at 2.5 in this game. Now we'll go over. Gotta go over the Europe. Let's get it. Charleroi, plus 175. If we look, they're clearly the better squad. 25 goals for, 18 goals given up. Sitting in 5th place in the Belgian Pro League. Cercle Bruges, fighting relegation. Sitting in 17th, only 2 wins on the year. When was the last time? I mean, yeah. They beat TNN in the cup, okay. Not really. Winless. Winless in the last. Winless in their last 7 Belgian Pro League games for Cercle Bruges. Damn. There's no way they win this game. I'm going to add another. See? You start looking more into it. We're going to add another lock. Look at the odds, handicap bet. Charleroi, even though they are traveling on the road, I think they're going to be able to cover. Sitting in 5th place, I think it'll probably be a draw. Maybe 2-2. I think there'll be definitely goals all over. The over 2.5 has hit in 6 straight games. in meetings between these two teams. So I think CHARLEROI plus 175. I don't know if they get the job done, but plus a half, I think they're guaranteed to at least walk away with the draw. So I'm locking in CHARLEROI plus a half and locking in the over 2.5. Let's get it. Now, the next lock, also in the Belgian Pro League, 2:45 p.m. Now, that's Eastern time. Anytime I drop a time for the games, it's always on the East Coast. So, I don't know the time difference. Maybe it's 3 hours for the West. Maybe it's 4. I don't know. But the next lock we got, Standard Liège, minus 108 at home versus Eupen. Eupen plus 270. I'm looking at, change to plus 285. Traveling on the road, I kind of see why, but I'm thinking in this game, you got Eupen sitting in 7th, but only 4 points better than, is it Standard Liège or a league? I don't think it's league. It's got to be Liège. So, Liège, 4-5-5 on the year, 23 goals given up. Eupen scored 24 themselves, but also given up 21 goals in 14 games. I'm thinking the over 2.5 is hitting 9 of the last 10 league meetings between these two teams. And it has hit in every, now I said, hitting every all-time meeting between these two teams when Eupen travels to Liège. Now, there's only one lock for this game. We locking in the over 2.5. Let's get it. Let's keep it moving. Now, we're going to kick it over to the Premier League over in England. Now, Chelsea just beating it up. That shit is wild. 2-0. Yeah, Rudiger probably got a header. Damn, and N'Golo Kante just weaving his way past opponents. That boy, they up 2-0 early. Soyuncu, they got Soyuncu, Johnny Evans, Amarty. Amarty's not the best, but he's solid. He's solid. Got called up to his international team. He's okay, but Mason Mount, they're doing this without Timo Werner, doing this without Lukaku. Chelsea's, watch out for them for sure. Damn, we stayed away from that one. I probably should have hit the over 2.5 in it. You know how we love to send overs, but hey, let's give it up quick to Chelsea. We'll check back maybe 10 minutes into the second half. Guess what? It could be tied. So the lock. See, did Vardy start? Like, what's the deal? Vardy, Lookman, Barnes, Albrighton, Soumare, Castagne. I'm gonna look at the bench. I'm gonna see Daka. I'm gonna see who else we gonna see. Here, Nacho, bruh, come on. Of course you're gonna lose. You got James Maddison, Iosi Perez, Vestergaard, Iheanacho, Daka, all on the bench, all at home. Bruh, they're losing at least 4-0. So the Premier League lock we got for y'all today. Newcastle at home versus Brentford. Now, last time I checked, Newcastle plus 160 on the money line. Now, I don't think it could be fair, but I don't know, man. Newcastle at home, Brentford, Ivan Toney. Let's see. But the over-under at 2.5, plus 100 to hit the over. I think those are beautiful odds right there. Great value. You got Newcastle giving up 24 goals on the year. Brentford losing their last road game, giving up 3 to Burnley. Even though Brentford only giving up 14 goals on the year, that's still what? 14 goals in 11 games. So, not the best defense. And as of late, Newcastle, they gave up 6 goals in their last couple of games. So, I'm thinking with Callum Wilson, We'll just check on injuries quick. See what's the latest on injuries. See, Newcastle not really dealing with much. Brentford, Ajer not playing in defense. That really plays into this decision of the over 2.5. But Wisa, quick little winger. Baptiste, maybe. But I'm thinking Brentford just gave up 2 to Norwich. Just gave up 3 to Burnley. Gave up 1 to Stoke. And granted, that was the EFL Cup. But giving up 2 to Leicester. Giving up goals all over as of late. I'm thinking this is guaranteed to hit the over 2.5. Lock it in. For sure. And you already know. The lock of the day. Liverpool at home. Now dealing with some injuries. Oh, actually, let me backtrack quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Another 10 o'clock game we got locked in. I forgot about this one. We got Watford at home versus Man United. Let's see if these odds have shifted. Now, nope, not at all. Actually, Watford from plus 500 to plus 550. But Man United staying the same at minus 200. 5-2-4 on the year. 19 goals for, 17 given up, which is surprising. Watford, 3-1-7 on the year. Only scoring 12, but giving up 19. So I'm thinking Man United has to get this done. They haven't been playing well as of late. And come on, Ronaldo. That boy, they lost 2-0 at home to Man City. Luckily, they were lucky De Gea actually played out of his mind in that game. So many big saves. That shit could have been 4 or 5-0. But giving up 2. Also on the road to Atalanta. Another road game. League match is going to be tough. They're coming off back-to-back wins at home versus Watford in their meetings. But their last road game versus them, lost 2-0. So I'm thinking this might be a tough game. The over-under was at 2.5. It probably didn't shift. I think that's a trap. See, it actually shifted from minus 160 down to minus 145. I don't know if that hits the over. I think it probably hits the under. But I think Man United get the job done. Maybe a late goal. 1-0, 2-0 victory. And we're going to lock in Man United. Minus 200 to pick up. This is really a key victory. Because you look at the standings right now. What? 6th place. Tied with Brighton. We got Wolves, Tottenham under them. Everton, Leicester in 11th and 12th. You know they're going to be in the mix. And only 2 points or 3 points ahead of 13th place. You could drop quickly in this league. So I'm thinking they're going to have to come out. You never know if Sancho's going to start. He might. Hasn't been in the best of form this year. But maybe he gets a big goal. You never know. So we're going to lock in Man United. So let's get to the big game. Game of the day. Lock of the day. For sure. Get a little drum roll for that. Liverpool at home versus Arsenal. Huge game. Huge game. You got Liverpool 6-4-1 on the year. 31 goals for, 11 goals given up. Have won 5 straight league meetings at home versus Arsenal. Compared to Arsenal, haven't beat Liverpool on the road since 2012. And the over-under in this game, 3.5. So a lot of goals expected in this game. Liverpool still minus 225 favorites. Actually, we'll go over here. Firmino out, Joe Gomez out, Naby, Milner, Robertson, and Henderson, all questionable. I think we got a few folks that'll probably step up and play in this big match. This is a big game, huge game for a Saturday. It's basically prime time over in England. So Liverpool gonna show up at Anfield. Anfield not playing no games when teams travel there. And the over 3.5, surprisingly, has hit in 9 out of the last 10 meetings. So we're going to lock in, even though Liverpool, you look at them lately, gave up 3 to West Ham, which was hella surprising, especially coming off that 2-0 victory at home versus Atletico. But I think that huge win at home, they just play so good at home. That loss was their first loss since last year in the Champions League versus Real Madrid. That's tough. That was a tough loss last week. But you have the best attacking trio. Whether you want Jota up there or you throw in, which he's hurt right now, Firmino, playing a little false 9. Filthy. Salah, Mane. Bruh, it doesn't get better than that. And Big Verge, center back, best in the world. Come on, we locking in Liverpool. -1.5 handicap bet. And I think this score is going to be 3-1. We might take a few things in this one. Now, when I look at -1.5 and I look at the over-under and I see 3.5, it's really only one thing that usually hits. Sometimes you get 4-1 wins, but 3-1, I don't know about y'all, but I've seen that more than not. So for this one, we'll take a live look at those odds, and we're going to also lock in the over 3.5. Nah. What is it at now? Still at +115 to hit the over. I think there's going to be goals left and right. It might be a 3-2 game, but I think Liverpool, they come out, they cover that 1.5 spread. Let's get it. Huge Saturday. We got Turkey Day next week. Huge shows dropping. Make sure you stay tuned. We might even go live from the woods tonight. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing. We out here. Let's get it. 18-6. Last episode that dropped, had inventory at work, bro. That shit beat the shit out of me. Like, trying to get the rest and shit. Numbers going crazy. Especially when you're dealing with all these numbers. That shit gets crazy. That's it. That's the only word I got for it. So, locking in Liverpool and the over. And if we look at a correct score bet, Liverpool 3-1. That's not bad value. Now, if we see a little trend, right? That Bayern Munich to win 2-1 versus Freiburg was also +1,000. That's not bad odds at all. Let's see if we could pick the correct score. That would be lit. So we're going to predict a 3-1 victory. We are not going to lock that in. But if you want to take a flyer on it, solid odds all around. So let's get into Ligue 1, where we got PSG at home versus Nantes. Now PSG 11-1-1 on the year. 29 goals for, 13 goals given up. But I'm pretty sure. See? Yeah, from -480 to -540. Guaranteed to win this game. But to cover 2.5, which, I mean, is it at 2.5 yet? Yeah, see? Just shifted to 2.5. I don't think they covered it. You got Messi. Shit. I mean, Mbappe. You got Donnarumma talking about transferring because Keylor Navas is just a filthy goaltender. Kimpembe out. Kurzawa. Rafinha. Sergio Ramos, who's back in training, but still hasn't played yet this year. Julian Draxler. I think not this. What? How they been over the last? Lost their last away game, 2-0 at Montpellier, and only one win in their last 6 away games compared to PSG. 10 straight home wins. Shit gets spooky at home when you travel to PSG. Now, you go to Paris. PSG had won 14 straight home games versus Nantes, before losing their last meeting. Now, the last time they played 2-1 victories, that happened once in a while. But to win 14 straight before that, this is a guaranteed victory. I think they're missing, right? It doesn't show it, but I'm pretty sure Neymar got hurt. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure he plays. But either way, PSG, guaranteed lock them in. They're a huge favorite, but they're also, like we see Napoli, minus 600, blow a parlay before. But this one, they're guaranteed to win. PSG, minus, which I got in at 480, but now guaranteed lock minus 540. And to cover 2.5, I'd probably stay away from that. Now, if we get things over to the Bundesliga, where we got Mönchengladbach at home versus Greuther Fürth. Greuther Fürth, man, newly promoted team, haven't won a game yet this year. I said, hit it a couple times for me, because 0-1-10 on the year, 29 goals given up, have only scored 8, coming off 9 straight losses, traveling on the road to a Mönchengladbach team who, in the DFB Pokal, beat Bayern Munich, who played a regular lineup, 5-0. 5-0. That's, granted, I don't think they had the best result in their last game. What was it? Yeah. 1-1 draw at Mainz. Not the best, but at home, back-to-back wins, 7-1 goal difference, 4-2-0, haven't lost in their last 6 home games, 13-4 goal difference between those 6 games. Now I'm thinking Mönchengladbach, minus 1.5 is a little much. Over, under. This one, I didn't even, usually every game is like, oh, what's the over, under? This one didn't even cross my mind. Pretty sure it's going to be at 3.5, but I'll probably stay away from it. See, 3.5 plus 115. Those are always those iffy odds where it's too close to really call. I think, Liverpool? Yeah, Liverpool over 3.5 is plus 115 too. But this different situation. Those two of the top teams in the Premier League, you know there's going to be goals. But you look at Gladbach, not really the most prolific as of late. Where they at? 1 goal on the road, 2 goals versus Bochum. Granted, they scored 5 versus Bayern, but that was really, I didn't watch that game, but it seemed like a pretty fluky game. Didn't score on the road versus Hertha, only 1 versus Stuttgart, 3 on the road versus Wolfsburg, solid, but only 1 versus Dortmund. Lost 1-0 at Augsburg, which Augsburg just beat Bayern, yesterday? Hella surprising. But, yeah, Greuther give up goals, but you look at them lately, right? Last two meetings that actually meant something, 2017, 2013, can't really go based off that. It's really a pick'em game. When it comes to the over-under, I'm going to lock in Gladbach, minus 340, and stay away from the over-under. Now, the next game we got Leverkusen at home versus Bochum. Now, Bochum, not bad as of late. I'm pretty sure this is also a newly promoted team. Beat Hoffenheim 2-0 at home in their last game. Only lost 2-1. On the road versus Mönchengladbach. Actually, let's look into those stats, because it could be 14-11 on shots, only 5-4 on actually shots on goal. Gave up 2 first half goals, which, granted, you go down 2-0 at half, almost guaranteed you're not gonna win. But damn, second half, pretty even game. First half, they really got down bad. See, but they don't play a bad brand of football. And I'm thinking Bochum on the road, only beat Greuther 1-0, but also came back at home and beat Frankfurt 2-0. Got a result in the bulk out versus Augsburg. He hit him with that. Augsburg. Now, Bochum, they've won 2 out of the last 4 away games, which have been club friendlies. There hasn't been much more than that. And especially not having a real competitive match since when? 2010? It's going to be hard to call this game. I think with the over-under at 2.5 for Bundesliga teams, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Let's get it. What's that on there? See, minus 235 still there. Bochum still plus 600. Over-under still at minus 160. Could this also be a trap? I'm not sure because there isn't too much movement on it. This game is at, 245? Just make sure. Ooh. Both these games at 9:30. This is the early bird specials. That shit. So, over 2.5. Guaranteed. Lock it in. One of the locks of the day. Now, Leverkusen dealing with injuries, granted. But if you look at their squad, what they put out there in the last game, missing Schick, Bakker, Aranguiz, Alario, if he comes back and actually plays, solid player. Florian Wirtz. Right, who they throw out there in the last game? Bruh. What the Oh, alright. Wirtz missed from the last game. It's not on the injury report, but if this website fucks up, I might have to find a new one. So make sure Florian Wirtz is in the game, starting for Leverkusen. And if he's starting, they might pull off the victory in this one. But with the over-under at 2.5, I think it's guaranteed to hit. You got Leverkusen, only 1 win in their last 7 games. So they're giving up goals all over. And Bochum, surprisingly, 4-0-1 in their last 5. So I'd be careful with winners. I think there's going to be goals all over. And I'm going to lock in the over 2.5. Let's get it. High stakes takes back again. Now, game at 9 o'clock over in Serie A. We got Atalanta at home versus Spezia. Now, these lineups have dropped, huh? Oh, shit. Let's see the lineups, folks. They got Ilicic out there with Muriel or Zapata. Granted, they're missing Gosens. A little Ghost. Ghost is low, son. Dipping. Ooh, but they're starting Mel, Pasalic, Palomino, Zapata, Illich. Let's go. Cooper Myers is an absolute beast. Zappacosta, solid wing player. Who's on the bench? Muriel, Marinchuk, Malinovsky, Fiorla. Damn. Bro, them coming off the bench, this might be a game where they are 1-0. The over-under shifts down from the 3.5, which has shifted a little bit so far. Which actually, let's look right into that. Actually shifted a decent bit. So Spezia, plus 1,000, still those same odds. Atalanta shifted down from minus 450 to minus 400. Surprising to me because you got Atalanta 6-4-2 on the year, 22 goals for, 15 goals given up. Spezia 3-2-7 on the year, only 13 goals, but have given up 26. So giving up goals, Atalanta could score goals left and right. You got Ilicic and Zapata out there. Damn. And Pasalic. They're going to score goals. This is one where we got a 3-lock banger for y'all. That dog fucking annoying. But 8 goals given up in their last 4 games for Atalanta. I think Spezia might sneak one in there. But I think Atalanta scored 3 goals. Yo, beyond the most annoying dog ever. Disgusting. Like, throw that filthy Framer Valdez curveball in there. Shut the fuck up. But for this game, we got the 3-hitter, lock, quitter. Yes. All of them barking. Let's go. Nothing like a nice, crispy Saturday morning with some dogs. Straight barking. He said, "Arf." Is that a sign? Are the Browns gonna fucking win this weekend? Dog pound coming out in force. I shake the head and this shit fucking. Let's go. Let's go. So the 3 lock hitter quitter, never sit her down. I'm locking in Atalanta -1.5 to dominate this game. The over 3.5. Now, the over 3.5 shifted from -120 to hit the over to +110. Little sketched out about it. That's actually a big shift within a couple hours. But we're still going to rock with it. And we think Atalanta is going to win 3-1. So, for the correct score to be 3-1 now, all right, I didn't know if those odds get the shift, and I'd be like, throw me for a loop. But Atalanta to win 3-1 plus 950 odds. That flyer is not bad at all. Great value. I'm going to lock it in as one of the locks of the day. Getting spicy on this Saturday. And we going to end things off over in La Liga, where we got, who we got though? We got Sevilla at home versus Alaves. Now, Sevilla -240. Little sketchy. But I don't think dealing with El Nasiri out, Jesus Navas out. Granted, it might hinder their performance, but I don't think it really does much. Now, they're gonna come out, they're gonna get victories. They've won 8 of their 10 all-time home games versus Alaves and haven't lost any of them. I think they'll definitely get a result if your sportsbook, if you can add it to the parlay for them to either win or draw no bet. That would be solid. Lock it in. But our sportsbook, straight garbage. So we're going to lock in Sevilla -240 to get the job done. They'll probably stop Papu Gomez, have a Campos out there. They got dogs all over. Sevilla will get it done at home. And with the over-under in that game, sitting at 2.5 plus 115 odds to hit the over, we're going to stay away from it. So, that's the day. We got a boxing lock for you. It's going to be a huge fight tonight. Might go live from the woods, so make sure you stay tuned. And High Stakes takes back again on this Saturday. Make sure you stay tuned and be on the lookout for the show tomorrow. Now, shout out JB on the beat. Turn that up. Ooh, we going the opposite direction. Let's get it. Ooh, let's have a day. And you're back with the tapes.